think and break me.
Hi guys, I'm Emma.
Hey guys, I'm John, and we're at Emma Johnny. Welcome.
Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new, then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you'd like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button.
Just there, you know it is.
If you do hit the subscribe button, then please make sure to turn the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified every single time that we post.
Absolutely.
So we're a little bit late with this video this month,
yeah.
And that's because, well, we did a tag for Helena and Martin.
We did.
And we really enjoyed doing it, so we pushed this one back a little bit. But we still wanted to share it because I really like watching videos like these that share what other people have been watching. Yeah. So that was a major hint, and also you'd have read the title. But this is our what we watched in July video.
Absolutely, I like these videos because sometimes you watch these videos and oh, that sounds good, I'm going to go and watch that. So hopefully we might give you an idea to watch something that you haven't thought about watching.
Most of ours is Disney Plus actually this month.
Yep.
Not most of it.
I think
there's one thing that's not.
Okay.
Two things that are not. Okay, so the first thing on our list is Frozen 2. We watched this at the beginning of the month. It came out on Disney Plus on the 3rd of July, and I think we watched it maybe a week after that.
Yeah, Frozen 2 is amazing. I said before that the second movies and sequel at the moment are killing it.
Yeah.
Frozen 2, the Maleficent, Mr. Evil, they are fantastic at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was never a massive Frozen fan. Like, I liked it well enough, but I would have picked Tangled over Frozen. But Frozen 2, so I went into Frozen 2 like, oh, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And then we watched it, and actually I really enjoyed it. I really liked all of the Svens, and I liked Kristoff and his 90s boy band song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a great time.
Absolutely, yeah. I was really worried that the music wasn't going to live up until the first one because obviously Let It Go was such a big song. I was worried that Frozen 2 wasn't going to live up to it, but it certainly did, and I think the soundtrack to Frozen 2 is probably a bit better than Frozen 1.
Oh no, he didn't. So then John, what's the making of Frozen 2? I haven't seen this yet.
Frozen, in the making of Frozen 2 is amazing. Like I said, I loved the movie, and to watch how they made it and how they came up with their songs and how close to what it was really, really interesting. It was one of them things I watched and I couldn't stop watching. I had to watch them one after the other until I watched them all. I would love Disney to do more of these for different movies because it was incredible and so talented. Kristen Bell there, and you can watch her do her stuff, and the other guy who plays Olaf, he's
Josh Gad.
Yeah, he's fantastic, and you watch how they do it and how they bring the songs to life. It was incredible. Definitely worth watch if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I'll have to watch it. We're still watching The Office. We're on halfway through season 7 now. We really liked it up until season 5.
Yeah.
And now I think for me, and I think probably for you as well, every other episode makes me really laugh. And then you get the odd episode where you're like, this is just a bit silly.
I don't understand, yeah. I think it's I think they've done too many. I think they should have stopped at season 5 and said that's it now. We've done it. I think they were trying too hard to make it last a bit longer.
But they are funny.
They are funny, and
it's
good.
It's easy watching.
Yeah. And I do enjoy them, but I think they could have stopped at season 5 and everyone would have been happy. But I do like them, I enjoy them. It's one of them easy watches where you can watch just before you go to work or not even concentrating and just have on the background.
Yeah, I think this is something we've done to ourselves as well, because I think if we watched The Office like when it was out, although it was like, what, 2011?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. When it was out, then we'd have watched it like season at a time, and it wouldn't have been like, ooh, all at once. But and now as well, because we're so far into it, I feel like I have to finish it because I need to know what happens.
Yeah, we definitely committed to it now.
Yeah, but also what is worrying me is Ricky Gervais turned up in the last episode, and I'm not the biggest Ricky Gervais. I don't find him funny at all. I think he's rude. And now he's turned up, I'm worried it's not going to be funny anymore.
I get that about Ricky Gervais, but I quite liked that episode. I think it worked well with them both together.
For that, they were only together for what, like 30 seconds, maybe. That would be fine, but because he's there now, I know he's about somewhere, and that's like, unless he was just there as like a cameo.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Hope for that.
I mean, it doesn't upset me as much as you, Ricky Gervais. I get your point. He's Marmite. You either love him or you hate him.
It's just he came straight in. He was in there for 30 seconds and he did a big swear word.
Yeah.
And like, it's not funny if it's not needed.
Yeah.
Like swearing is can be funny, but the situation wasn't funny.
Yeah, no, I get your point, yeah.
But anyway, moving on. I watched High School Musical series.
Okay,
We
say
did
that 10 times.
I did mention in the Disney Plus tag that Helena and Martin created, I'll leave a link to that there, that this was my guilty pleasure, because it's like school kids and they're auditioning, they're putting on the High School Musical, the play, and it's just a little bit cheesy. Like, it's not really what I thought it would be, but I did watch the entire season, so I must have enjoyed it.
Okay.
I don't know if I would necessarily recommend, but I think if you've got nothing else to watch and you like High School Musical, then it's not going to hurt to put it on, you know?
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen, I've only seen one High School Musical, so I haven't seen that. And you said you didn't really think it's my cup of tea.
We both watched Hamilton.
Hamilton was incredible. I say Frozen 2 and Hamilton in the same month was just incredible. I really enjoyed Hamilton.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, again, to Hamilton is amazing.
Yeah. We won't like go too much in depth because we have got a on the spot review that I'll leave linked there. But yeah, I mean, the more you watch it, the more things you notice as well. So yeah, I liked it. I liked the songs. I really like the King songs.
Yeah,
they're so funny.
Yeah.
And I think up until now I would have said that Les Mis is my favourite musical because the songs, the story is obviously very sad, but the songs, but then the music in Hamilton is just, how can people rap that fast?
Yeah, it's incredible. I would tie myself out.
Like Daveed Diggs can rap faster than he raps in Hamilton, and that worries me. Like, how? I just don't get it.
No, it's just incredible. I mean, my probably favourite song is probably A General. Here Comes a General, that one. Really clever. I only got into musicals recently. I haven't seen Les Mis.
He hasn't even seen Sweeney Todd, so that's on August's list.
So I really enjoy musicals now, and I say Hamilton was incredible. So yeah, I know Disney Plus is potentially bringing more out, so I'm looking forward to them.
John watched SpaceX.
Yeah, and the Mars Inside SpaceX, I think it's called. Incredible. I mean, I love space and NASA and SpaceX and all that type of stuff. And it's about the story of SpaceX getting the rockets launched and basically on the way to space, on the way to Mars. What's incredible, and because we've been to NASA in Florida, I really enjoyed it. We've seen obviously a launch pad of SpaceX and all that. It was so fascinating. And Elon Musk, he's a bit, you either love him or hate him. He's a bit of, again, Marmite character, but he's so clever and so. He got bored of steel, so he put that amount of money into a project that he didn't know it was going to work. Yeah. And I respect that.
Fair enough. We did watch the mission to Mars when we were in NASA. Is it similar to that?
Yeah, kind of, but it's more to do with basically the problems that they had with the rockets and how they overcame it, or now we actually in space, what we're going to put in space, and obviously they put a Tesla in space, and they just had fun with it, as well as overcoming all these problems to get into space, and then obviously from that, they obviously recently went to send one to Mars, and I love the fact that America's got a space program again, and we should have one in England, but yeah.
So on birthday eve, which was the 28th of July, I watched The Kissing Booth 2. It was all of a sudden, I didn't know this was coming out. I watched The Kissing Booth on Netflix. It's on Netflix. The Kissing Booth is such a fun film, you should watch it if you haven't. It's a bit of a chick flick. I'm not sure it's a John thing.
That's why she watched when I was at work.
Yeah. And then The Kissing Booth 2 came out. I think it came out that day or the day before, so it's really recent. I liked it. And it's all the same characters, and you know, it's kind of a continuum from the story. I think some of the things that they put into the film weren't needed. So they've created a kind of love triangle, and I get why. I think because it's come from a book, like love triangles in books are normally more tolerable than in films. But I don't think that was needed unless we're going to continue on with that love triangle in a third film. Then it would make sense, but for the second film, for me, it didn't make sense. It just was unneeded turmoil. Like, I like Noah, who is the main, like, love interest, I guess. I think that made sense because they were together in the first film, and then why would they not be together in the second film and have the dramas and whatever. But whatever, overall it was a nice easy watch. I liked it well enough, and I probably would watch it again. It's kind of like one of the Pitch Perfect films, like you know what's going to happen, but it's quite fun to watch.
Yeah, okay.
So John watched Miracle Landing on the Hudson.
Yeah, again, National Geographic on Disney Plus is killing it at the moment. I think it's a fairly old documentary. I don't think it's a new one, but I only watched it recently, and what the pilot done to land on the Hudson on that day was incredible. And I love documentary like that, and it was fair play to him. You know, it was his story, and afterwards, and it's really surprised me that after he landed, it was almost like he was treated as a bit of a criminal, that treated as a bit like, oh, could he have made it to an airport? Could he have done this? And not the fact that, oh, he's done such an amazing job of saving all these people's lives. It was almost like questioning his decisions, that he went there and he could have made it to an airport, but he couldn't. And it was amazing. Really enjoyed it. And fair play to him.
And then the last thing on the list is One Strange Planet. We mentioned this in the Disney Plus tag as well. Kind of Will Smith is narrating, no, not kind of, he is. Will Smith is like narrating it.
Yeah.
And we've only watched the first episode in the season. I would like to watch more, but we're still trying to get through The Office.
Yeah, I think we're going to knock it Office maybe on the head and start watching Disney Plus more, because we're missing all these amazing stuff. And The Office is going downhill a bit.
We've started, so we have to finish.
We have, and I know we need to finish, but like I said, we loved Will Smith and One Strange Planet, and we should have watched more of them at the moment.
Yeah, they were talking about oxygen and how we breathe and stuff.
Yeah.
And we did mention this in the Disney Plus tag, but I will just mention again that he kind of, because John really likes a documentary, and I do like a documentary, but not a really long one, because I lose interest quite, because some bits of it can be a little bit dull, and
it can be a bit heavy sometimes.
Yeah, but Will Smith kind of provided the relief that you needed in the middle to be like, oh my god, and he was just like a bit dramatized, wasn't he? And he like caught your attention so that you could last another like 10 minutes.
Absolutely, and to be fair, I get your point about documentary. The best documentary is to that. You learn stuff as well as having fun with it. And I think Will Smith does that really, really well. And I mean, Disney Plus does that. A lot of their documentaries are like that. I mean, like an elephant one I mentioned before I watched, that was very similar. They had a bit of laugh and joke with it, as well as they teach me something and learning stuff. So yeah, I think they're doing that really well at the moment.
Yeah. So that's all of the things that we watched in July. Let us know down in the comments what you think we should be watching next. Umbrella Academy, the second season has just come out, but we're not watching that until we finish The Office, and that is the rule, because we can't watch too much all at once.
I don't know. I think we need to move on to Umbrella Academy, because that's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so good.
Season 1 was awesome.
We really enjoyed it, and it, like I said before, it is rare for me and John to both like a series.
Yeah. So. No, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, but let us know what your favourite thing that you've been watching down in the comments below, and we'll see you in our next video.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye. Bye.